Continuing on with our automotive ECU series, car computers destroyed by leaking capacitors. Here we have a really good one. This is a Ford F150 four-wheel drive pickup truck, the 5.8 liter V8, a nice big gas hog for $6 a gallon. And this sucker is wrecked. This truck got to the point it wouldn't shift, black smoke, basically undrivable. And the owner got a rebuilt replacement from AutoZone, which you'll see later in the video what that rebuilt means. Well, let me show you the inside of this one. So EEC1V. And on Ford, this E2C number right here, that's the actual configuration. When replacing a Ford ECU, that is the most important. The 12A650-DA, of course, that'll usually lead you to the E2C, but all Ford computers are 12A650. That's just their number. The E2C is really it's like the software hardware configuration. So I was telling the owner of the truck, it's always best to stick with your original computer if you can maintain it. Now, like a lot of these F-150 trucks, a lot of vehicles from this age, the windshields are leaking and destroying. Well, the water didn't get inside this, but it's getting close. So we have 3 capacitors. These are Nichicons. Of course, this is 1992. And these have been leaking, and look at this. Look at the board. This one of the leads is completely rotted off. This one, the same thing. One of the leads is gone. Let's see, what are the values on these? Tin at 63, 47 at 16, and 47 at 16. I might try and fix this. As long as it's not a multi-layer board and the electrolyte got in the middle and ate up the traces, there's a good chance. And these are just generic value capacitors. So let me get these out. The main reason why the vehicles start having performance issues is not because the capacitors are bad, it's the damaged traces. Like if you look, I'm testing this trace right here. It's bad. You can actually see where the electrolyte wrecked the trace right there. That trace is gone. Of course, these things are conformal coated, which makes cleaning them real fun. Go look at this. See where it was arcing between that trace and the ground? This one here is probably the worst. See if I can find it. Where is it here? Right here. Look at this one. I don't know if this one's fixable. There's so many little traces there. Because we got a working one now, I don't know if I want to take the time to fix that. Here, right here, this trace right here that's broken. This must be a positive trace, and then of course this is a negative. And you know, you gotta clean all this Eaton carbon tracking conductive crap up. You know, and I'm going pretty deep into the board there trying to clean this soft spot cavity. You know, this is a multi-layer board, and I've decided I'm not going to fix this, and I'll explain why in a second. I'm cleaning all of these up. Okay, so this is a multi-layer board. I can see it in the sun. This goes so deep, I would not be surprised if it hit one of the traces running the other direction. I'll show you what I mean here. I could stay focused. Look here. See how there's just a bunch of traces running the other direction in the middle of the board? Because if you look on the bottom, that via does not appear. This right here does not appear on the bottom of the board, so it's connecting to something in an inside layer. We got several traces here that are eaten, that are not making a connection. You can see this one just stops right there. It's possible you could fix this. This right here is an issue. That right there is an issue, being a multi-layer board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a note, since we already have a working replacement that looks like it's going to be good and it's going to run right and pass emissions. It's in closed loop, transmission shifting right, everything's working. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a note inside this. I got the capacitors out so the damage will stop. I've cleaned the hell out of it with brake cleaner to get the electrolyte off to stop it from, and these were really bad. I guess the point of this video is, you know, if you have one of these vehicles, I would recap it at this point. And what I'm using is I'm using the solid polymer electrolytic capacitors. Yeah, they're a little bit more expensive. They look like these, but they don't have the blue wrapper on them. They're super low ESR, high hour. These are 105 degree caps. But they just trash these Ford computers. I'm leaving a note in here. Of course, the capacitors are out. Several open traces, multi-layer board. I'm really concerned about the traces that are underneath this area right here that are running this direction. There's 3 or 4 of them right there. And if those are burned into, or see the traces right there? If those are burned open or are conducting, this thing is done. So anyway, since we got a new working one, not worth it. We'll just save it for the future. Probably something else will fail in the vehicle, or we'll go to the junkyard, but the owner seems to like this thing. Here's one that's rebuilt by AutoZone. Look at the inside of this one. You can see they scraped everything off and looks like they put new conformal coating on it too, but they recapped it.